Ed, do you ever worry that a robot could do your job better?
Wow. That's a deep thought, Eddie. All right, everyone. Welcome back to our channel. Today, let's talk about something important. We are going to discuss careers.
You mean what people do all day? Besides napping, of course.
Exactly, Eddie. A job or a profession. Let's start with the basics. Some common job titles. For example, a doctor. A doctor helps people who are sick.
They are guardians of health. A very important job indeed.
That's a beautiful way to put it. Another common profession is a teacher. A teacher helps students learn new things.
Like you, Ed. You are teaching English right now.
I suppose I am. Thank you for the kind words, Eddie. Now, what about an engineer? An engineer designs and builds things, like bridges or computers.
So they build the world around us. That sounds like a big responsibility.
It is. Engineers have a very important role. Let's think of another one. A chef. A chef is a professional cook. They prepare food in restaurants.
My favorite kind of person. They create happiness on a plate.
You are quite the philosopher today. But you are right. Food brings people joy. And one more for now. An artist. An artist creates art, like paintings or music or sculptures.
They show us new ways of seeing. Their job is to share beauty.
Perfectly said, Eddie. So we have doctor, teacher, engineer, chef, and artist. These are all nouns. They are the names of professions.
And what about what they do?
Excellent question. When we describe the action, we use verbs. A doctor helps. A teacher teaches. An engineer designs and builds.
A chef cooks. And an artist creates.
You've got it. Noun is the person. Verb is the action. That's a great start for today. Think about your own job. Or a job you want.
My job title is good boy. The main verb is to relax.
And you are the best at it. Welcome back. In the first part, we learned the names of some jobs. Now let's go a little deeper. Let's talk about daily tasks. What does a person do at their job?
You mean their responsibilities?
Precisely, Eddie. The specific actions they perform. Let's start with the doctor again. We said a doctor helps people. But how? A doctor examines patients. They listen to their symptoms, and they prescribe medicine.
Examine, prescribes. Those are very specific verbs.
Yes, they are. They give us a much clearer picture. Okay, how about the teacher? A teacher doesn't just teach. They prepare lessons. They explain difficult subjects. And they grade homework.
I bet that last part isn't very fun.
Maybe not. But it is a necessary task.
So, prepare, explain, and grade are the teacher's action verbs.
An excellent way to describe them. Now for the engineer, they do more than just build. An engineer analyzes problems. They develop solutions. And they test their creations.
So when I cross a bridge safely, it's because an engineer tested it well.
That's the idea. Safety is very important in their work. What about the chef? We know they cook. But a great chef also designs a menu. They manage the kitchen staff. And they select fresh ingredients.
It's like they are a general of an army. A delicious army.
I like that analogy. It shows they are leaders. And finally, the artist. An artist's work can be very diverse. They imagine new ideas. They practice their technique. And they express emotions.
That sounds less like a job and more like a way of life.
For many artists, it is. So you can see, every job has specific verbs. Using them makes your English sound much more professional and precise.
So instead of saying, I make things, an engineer says, I develop solutions.
Exactly. It's about choosing the right word. This is very useful when you have to describe your own job.
And maybe for a job interview.
You are one step ahead of me, Eddy. That's exactly where we are going next. All right, welcome back. As Eddy guessed, we are now going to talk about job interviews. An interview is a formal conversation. You talk to a potential employer.
It is a chance to make a good impression.
Exactly. You need to show you are the right person. So let's imagine a scenario. I will be the candidate, and Eddy, you can be the interviewer.
I have a very serious professional gaze. I am perfect for the role.
I have no doubt. But before we begin our simulation, here's our special tips section. 3 essential tips for a great interview. Tip number 1, do your research. Learn about the company before you go. Understand their values and their mission.
It shows you are truly interested. Not just looking for any job.
That's a very important point. It shows genuine interest. Tip number 2, Prepare your answers. Interviewers often ask common questions. For example, tell me about yourself. Or, what are your strengths?
My greatest strength is napping. It helps me recharge my wisdom.
A very valuable skill. But for a job interview, you should think about professional skills. Like, I am a good communicator. Or I am a fast learner.
That makes more sense. Preparation prevents panic.
It certainly does. And finally, tip number 3. Ask thoughtful questions. An interview is a two-way street. You are also interviewing the company. Ask about the team or the company culture.
You could ask if they have dogs in the office. A very important question.
If that is important to you, then yes. So to recap, 1. Research the company. 2. Prepare your answers. 3. Ask good questions.
I feel more prepared already.
Excellent. Now that we have our tips, let's start the simulation.
Ahem. So, Ed, tell me about yourself.
Of course. Well, I am a passionate educator. I have experience teaching English online. I enjoy creating a calm learning space.
Interesting. And what are your greatest strengths?
That's a great question. I would say my greatest strength is patience. Welcome back to our interview simulation. I just answered that my greatest strength is patience.
I see. And what would you say is your weakness?
The most difficult question. It is important to be honest, but also positive. I would say that sometimes I can be too focused on details. I like my work to be perfect, but I am learning to be more flexible.
A good answer. It turns a weakness into a strength.
That's the strategy.
Okay, next question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, I hope to have grown as an educator. I want to continue learning new methods to help my students succeed.
This shows you have long-term goals.
Yes, it shows you are serious about your career. Okay, let's pause the simulation here. It is time for our common errors section. Let's discuss 2 mistakes many learners make. Error number 1. Confusing job and work.
They seem similar. What is the difference?
A job is a specific position. It is a noun we can count. For example, I have 1 job. Work is more general. It refers to the activity you do. And it is uncountable. So you say, I have a lot of work. Not a lot of works.
So, a job is like 1 box. Work is everything inside the box.
That's a perfect way to remember it. Okay, error number 2. Giving answers that are too short. If the interviewer asks, "Do you have experience?" don't just say yes. You need to elaborate. Give details and examples.
Saying only yes is a closed door. Elaborating is an open invitation.
I couldn't have said it better. Always try to give more information. So remember, avoid these common mistakes. Now, shall we continue the interview?
Of course. My final question for you is, why do you want this job?
I want this job because your company's mission aligns with my own. I believe in making education accessible. And I am excited by the opportunity to be part of your team.
An excellent answer, Ed. It shows passion and purpose. Congratulations, you're hired.
Wonderful. Thank you for the opportunity. That was a great simulation, everyone. Practicing these questions can build confidence. But this whole topic makes me think. Remember your first question, Eddy? About robots doing my job?
I remember. It's about the future of work.
Exactly. This is a more advanced topic. Let's discuss some key trends. One is automation. This is when machines perform tasks that humans used to do.
Some people worry about job displacement.
They do. It's a valid concern. However, it can also create new jobs focused on managing that technology. Another trend is remote work or home office. This offers more flexibility, but it requires a lot of discipline.
My home is my office. I am very disciplined in my napping schedule.
Of course you are. The key is adapting to these changes. Skills like creativity and critical thinking become even more valuable.
A machine can calculate, but can a machine dream?
That is a wonderful point to end on. And that brings us to the end of our lesson. We covered a lot today, from basic jobs to the future of work. We hope you found it useful. And now for some final wisdom. It's time for Eddy's Insight.
People talk about finding the right job, but perhaps the real work is building the right life. The job is just one part of that.
Thank you, Eddy. Wise words as always. If you enjoyed our lesson today, please give this video a like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. For your practice this week, let us know in the comments. What is your dream job? We would love to read your answers. Until next time, take care and keep practicing.